All right, hello. This is the Get Psyched YouTube channel. I am Leeann, and today I'm going to talk about habits because I think habits are super important, and I wanted to try out this new thing on the channel, and so I want to talk about why I'm doing it. So basically, I'm just going to do this thing, and it's kind of similar to Matt D'Avella's 30-day habit challenge, where I'm just going to do a new habit once a week for however long I can keep this going, however long I can come up with new habits to do until, I don't know, maybe I've gotten the change I'm looking for, whatever that is. But I want to talk about why I'm doing this because I think habits are super important. I am an expert. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not an expert, but I definitely do a lot of reading on habit formation, and I watched a TED Talk recently that really blew my mind because they said that about 50% of everything we do are habits. And that's kind of overwhelming to think about. Like, half of everything that we do is habitual actions. And I think having heard this, it really opened up my eyes to the fact that if you don't have good habits, you're spending 50% of your life on bad habits. I mean, we all habitually get up in the morning and brush our teeth. And there's so many things that we all do habitually. We don't even regard them as habits, and we don't realize that they can affect our lives. Like, for instance, checking your phone or social media a lot, which just becomes habitual for a person. But anyways, I wanted to do these habit challenges because I've done something like this before. I have tried the Matt D'Avella 30-day habit thing that he was doing back when he was doing that. And I will say that a lot of the habits ended up sticking. The slow and steady approach really worked for me. And so I wanted to try it again because while they stuck for a very long time, I definitely have slipped out of it during recent life events. Obviously, the world has been very chaotic, and I just want good habits back. I want to get my life realigned, and so I'm trying this again. But I want to do one a week. So my first one here is journaling. I've already started doing it the last 2 or 3 days, and it's been amazing. It is a keystone habit for me because when I journal, how I do it is first thing in the morning, I write a reflection of the day before and how I want to live today. And so it builds a lot of good habits off of that habit, which is what a keystone habit is. So like if I'm reflecting on yesterday and I did something yesterday that I'm like not so proud of or wish I hadn't done, then I can reflect on the day and what I'm going to do and take it out. So that habit alone, I think, is very beneficial for me, and I think it's a cool one. So I'm starting off with journaling, and all of the habits that I'm going to instill over the next couple of months are going to be focused on a few goals I have, because I think it's important for the habits that I have to reflect my goals and the way I want my life to be in order for them to be beneficial. Because if they're going to take up 50% of my life, they're definitely going to have to be habits that are relevant to how I want my life to be. So I've decided that I've got a few goals in mind. I wanted to set the precedent on what those goals are so that I can remind myself while I'm doing this why I'm doing it and how these will further impact my life in the way that will make them, make my life better. My biggest goals right now, especially because I'm going to be moving, one is getting better finances. That's going to include a lot of habits that include like weeks of no spending extra money, not eating out, practices around finances, bettering my health and fitness. I definitely want to do like a no sugar week. That's one I'm really excited for. Just anything in relation to health and fitness. That's a big goal of mine, is to always improve that, always be working on that aspect of my life. I also want to become more consistent in making videos. I definitely have tried to make a few videos recently and I didn't really like them, so I didn't upload them, and I think that's fair. I'm not going to put work out there that I'm not necessarily proud of. However, I want to be consistently making more videos because this is something I want to give a real and fair shot. So that's a habit that I'm going to somehow work into this. More than just this challenge, I will be uploading a video per week and what I'm doing for that week and how it goes. But in more ways than that, I want to try and find something to do with this channel. So that's something to look forward to. I'm also going to be working on my website. Like I said, I'm going to make a video for each of these. I'm also going to be making a blog post for each of these challenges. Very excited to do that. I haven't been writing really nearly as much as I should for my personal writing. But another big goal of mine is Spanish. I want to better my Spanish speaking skills. Right now, I do try and do Duolingo and my workbook every day, but it's not happening every single day. Every other day, at least, which is good. But I'll find more habits and ways to instill that into my life so I can do better in that goal. And then the last goal I have right now is to read a lot more. I love reading. I have a whole podcast around reading. I'm thinking of doing book reviews on this channel. I don't know, but I want to do more reading. So I'm going to find ways to incorporate all of those things into this channel. And I'm pretty excited to see what more I can learn about habits through this second time of going through this journey and what habits will end up sticking this time. I will say that one of my favorite things about having done this before and why I'm so excited to do it again is that I learned a lot about myself. I learned what habits were really good for me, what stuck, and what made my life better. And then I found out what habits maybe weren't for me at all. I would definitely say that cold showers were a really cool one. I absolutely loved them, and I wanted to commit to them long term, but I have lost that drive. I probably will redo cold showers because I really did think it was fantastic. It's just, it takes so much mental discipline to go into the shower and do that to yourself over and over again. So I didn't keep it going. I learned that waking up at 5 a.m. is definitely not for me, not in any way or regard. I didn't like it. And I did learn some nice tricks about habits and how to make them stick. Like I said, keystone habits are really great. Things like journaling and working out tend to build good habits off of themselves. And something I learned that was really helpful was the power of cues and how controlling your cues will control your habits in a lot of ways. Storing your phone away when you're doing work so that you don't go to it so much, or sleeping with your book next to you while you sleep at night. Both incredibly helpful for getting you to do the things you want to do. I also did this thing once where I put my morning and nighttime routine in front of my bathroom at about eye level. So if I was going to my bathroom in the morning or at night, which is usually the first thing I do in the morning, last thing I do before bed, bam, they're right there. So I can't forget to do anything in my morning or night routine. So yeah, that was something really helpful I learned. Otherwise, I'm excited to see what I can learn this time and what I can gain from this. Like I said, first one is journaling. Super excited to see how the reflection will help with all that. I'm going to insert my favorite quote about journaling here from one of my favorite Stoics. I'm really excited to try this out. I've been wanting to do something like this for a really long time, but honestly, I was just being lazy by not doing it. So I'm going to devote myself to doing it again. I'm going to actually put the pen to the paper and force myself to plan this thing out and work on it and actually make these changes a part of my life. Because like I said, habits make up half of what we do. And I want to make sure that I'm spending the half of my time that I'm habitually doing things that I'm benefiting my life in some way by doing that. I hope you enjoyed and I hope that you will enjoy this journey with me. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any habits that you really want to instill or anything you've learned about habits that could maybe help me through this journey down in the comments below. Again, thanks for watching. And until next time, let's stay psyched. Like, comment, and subscribe if you actually think I could do this.